Hey everyone, while I have this machine out on the bench and before I load up in the car, I thought I would make a quick video showcasing it because there's no, or at least it feels like there's not that many videos on here about the Toshiba VHD players, which is what this is. I imported this from Japan probably like last month at this point. At this point with VHD players, since I'm very happy with what I have with between the National DP-900 and the Victor HD 700 TS. I basically am now either collecting players that are chassis I've not seen before and would be interested in trying out, or stuff that I could fix up and and sell to someone looking to get into the format. So this is model number. Anywhere here? Yes, this is the VDP-140. Have to try not to trip over my words there. So, as you see, there's nothing on top. This is entirely a manual loader, so you'll see when I insert the disc, but the caddy will ride in here. So, what was wrong with this before? I'll show you kind of the main worm gear mechanism. So the belt for that drives this assembly was, after 40 years, it vanquished. So I had to replace the belt. You have to do that by taking the front plate off and removing the front panel board. And fortunately, there is a window that lets you replace the belt. And something that I had to do because I was having troubles with this thing loading. What was happening was the arm here, you see there's the gear tracks for the arm, and this is the metal bar that the arm is screwed down to. This was kept basically falling off of that gear there. And what I realized is that this gear is spring-loaded, and I guess the spring must have lots of its springiness over the past 40 years. So what I did was I just added some. I had to take everything apart to get to that gear to be able to get it out. So what I did was I added some washers that I just had lying about on the bench here. God knows where those came from originally. I put those on the bottom and then put the spring back on. That way this won't move down as much when moving about, and therefore it should keep the arm in place. I've been loading and unloading discs for the past 30 minutes or so, and it's not giving me issues since. So I would like to think I got that fixed, but we'll just see as I continue playing with this thing. So, applying power. It's ready to accept the disc. The door is open. Let me get a movie that Toshiba put out in Japan. This is going to be the never-ending story. One that you'll find a lot of. Now, what's cool about this player is, let me do that again. Yeah, a big fat number 1 or 2 will appear depending on which side you put in. So this is side 2, and therefore the side that big fat 2 is on the screen. I don't know why they did that. That's just kind of a neat thing, I guess. Okay, and it's starting up now. One other thing that I did have to do when I first got this, when I was playing it before when I first got this, I said that twice, didn't I? Oh, anyway, so this was skipping like mad, and what I discovered was what was the cause. It was the stylus arm height. I had to tweak the height screw. It's hidden by the spine here, but it's right there. No, there it is. It's right there. I just tweaked that a bit, and the picture cleared up. So, yeah, that was interesting. I guess just over time, just, the effects of gravity it has on the stylus. That's probably why the arm height had to get adjusted and all. But, yeah, it's tracking good. Tracking good. It's not skipping all about. I do notice, now you can see it here, that there's like 2 cracks along this, gear track here. This is it is a plastic part over, basically molded onto like a metal part. So the plastic's going to shrink, the metal's not. So the plastic's going to give way over time, and that's the result. So, yeah, I hope that crack doesn't cause me too much issues, because with a crack like that, that can throw things off a bit. So, next, we got a whole bunch of buttons on the front here. I imagine this would have come with a remote, since I think they did that from the get-go on this format, but of course there was no remote. No remote came with this, and I do have this remote for a general VHD player. It's actually that guy there that I can't seem to fix, the player that is. And with the general player has like all Toshiba parts inside, and I figured this might work, but alas, with AAA batteries, it didn't do anything. So, oh well. But we have all these buttons on the front here, so like pause. Yeah, VHD. There's 2 frames per rotation, 4 fields, 2 frames per rotation. So you're not going to get a perfect freeze frame like with Laserdisc. Well, it depends on the movement that's going on. Yeah, you can see there. Yeah, interestingly, if you keep pressing pause, it's basically doing like a... it does a little forward, like you might expect with a CAV Laserdisc, where you can just do it step by step. So, to undo that, just press the play button here. Of course, the A and B is like the Victor players. When they're both lit up, that means the disc is in stereo. If neither are lit up, that means it's in mono. And if one is lit up but not the other, that means it's dual audio. Yeah, and without the remote, I can't change the language on dual audio disc, but I was just going to use this to watch a regular movie anyway. So, no big loss there. These are the rapid scan the rapid scan buttons. So, whenever you press these, hold on, let me get a good grip. Whenever you press these down, the on-screen display pops up, and it tells you the speed at which you're going. So, like 4 times, and then after a bit, it'll do 30. It'll increase the speed. And then do it in reverse, and it'll show the negative. Isn't that cool? These are, number buttons, because I believe if I press this button here, the chapter will come up, and then I should be able to press, like, let's see, I want to go to chapter 0, and then just do 4. Press play, and it will jump to chapter 4. One thing I had noticed on the... Oh, and to get rid of it, just press that button again. There we go. One thing I noticed when messing with this is that the picture is like really good on this machine. This is just watching on the CRT. Like, I guess I can just quickly take this disc out and really show you this player's strength. Yeah, and that's the... I don't like how the disc just kind of wobbles up as it's raised, but it is what it is. So, last thing I'll show is so this is a Lionel Richie EP for all night long. I basically just got this just to have the song Hello on VHD. And fun fact, this is the disc that I got, basically that I got stuck in here. Oh, I'm just noticing now. This has its own little spring-loaded piece that'll push the disc back. It's like the National DP-900. I don't know why I'm just noticing that now. Oh my goodness. Kind of embarrassing on my part to not realize that, but anywho, yeah, I was saying before, I got this disc when I brought this inside the house to, like, play on my TV. It, my mom's texting me, I better wrap this up. The arm, you know, did its thing and ended up, you know, I ended up not being able to take the disc out until I brought it in today, and basically, managed to get it out. I mean, no damage, I just, yeah, so, I'm looking forward to trying this out in the theater and see how it performs. Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to come out on the phone, but when you see it in person, it really is beautiful. This really has a nice master to it too. Then go to like chapter 4, so you can see Hello on this format. And press that button. Yeah, so I think I'll call it there. I just wanted to show this off, show that this player does exist. I'll add this to the Laserdisc database hardware at some point, because it's not already on there. I know there's another version of this that's in black, but there's no, none of the front panel buttons are on there, so everything has to be done by the remote. In fact, that player is showcased on the Toshiba VHD like demo disc that I have, which I'll have up at some point. So yeah, I think I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to get this thing documented on the internet. Bye for now.